مع برنامجكم الأسبوعي برنامج إماراتي. كما عودناكم في كل أسبوع نستضيف لكم خيرة من دولة الإمارات. قصة نجاح زارتنا لأول مرة في منذ 20 عاما. Mr. Sankha, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Assalamu alaikum, and thanks for coming.
We are so lucky to be here with you in your company. Our team said to you, welcome in our program.
Thank you so very much.
And we would like to know about yourself. Who's Mr. Sankha when he came to this country at the first time and what he's doing at this moment?
Okay, thank you. So, my name is Sankha Biswas. I am a nationality an Indian. I was born in a city which is in the eastern part of India, which is called City of Joy. And from that City of Joy, and today I am in a city of opportunities. So I'm so happy to be a part of this discussion today. So after doing my initial graduation, my specialization is in dairy technology. So anything involved with dairy is what I have specialized in. Then I studied my executive management in graduation from Harvard Business School of United States. And that's how my journey started in the industry. I was employed in a large dairy company back in India, which I worked for almost 10 years. And from there, then an opportunity came as an overseas opportunity to join Group TGI. They have multiple businesses worldwide. And that's what brought me outside India to West Africa to start a dairy business under Group TGI. So that's my journey in professional life. In personal life, I am a proud father of a son, and I have a beautiful wife with me. And more to that, I have a large family in Nutridor with almost 100 people who are my lovable family here.
UAE, the first visit for it was before 20 years, right?
Yes. UAE, again, there is a story there. When we were young, we used to know GCC or UAE from our uncle and from our father that, oh, those places are rich in oil, and that is where the whole entire oil comes to us and you can run everything. So it was more like that. Then from young to we grown up a little bit, then UAE become, oh, that's a destination of tourists. So excellent city for tourism, and people used to come here for tourism purpose. Now today, when I'm 52, I say people come here for business, and it has become the largest business hub. So see how the country has progressed from 20, 30 years before to a tourist destination to a premier business hub today. And that's what brought me in this region as well to explore business opportunities 20 years before there.
Before 8 years, you take your decision to be a resident here. Why?
There are only one reason of that, and there is no second reason. I found that business is one part. There are a lot of opportunities, so that is going on and it will carry on. What about my social, my family, and my other upliftment of my career or of my life? I wanted my son to get the best of the education. I wanted my family to get best of the safety, security, and medical needs. And when I explored Dubai, and I found education is top class. My son can break through from here for his next career path, which he did, which we came here, he studied here, and he got a break to go to United States as of today. Safety, security, administration, people, the most important thing, there are 200 nationalities in this country, and we speak multiple languages. But I never feel that this is not my home. And that kept me here as a decision that I should stay here.
came here and start your company, Nutridor, right?
Yes.
So what is this company?
Yeah, for Nutridor, I should explain you a little bit about our group first. Our group is an investment group, and it's called Tropical General Investment, and TGI in short form. It's owned by, the chairman of the group is Mr. Cornelis Wenck. He's an European gentleman. And there is Mr. Rahul Savara, who is the group managing director of the group. These are the two key people who are behind this mammoth structure of Group TGI. Presently, the group is active in almost 3 continents. In the business verticals of almost 6 to 7 businesses we do in verticals. Example, agro-commodity, pharmaceutical, food and beverage, real estate. And then also we are more on backward integration of rice manufacturing, oil manufacturing, and we export products to whole of Europe and US out of West Africa. So Mr. Wenck and Mr. Savara, they are nurturing this group for last 40 years. So this group is not new, it's 40 years old group. And this group is presently having more than 10,000 people working inside the group. And to be proudly, 25% of our employees are women. So that's something which we have created, that okay, women empowerment in the group should happen. Now, dairy or beverage, or what we say food and beverage in totality, was completely absent in West Africa 20 years before. So Mr. Wenck decided to bring in dairy to the country, and most of the products were imported in the country at that point of time, and he has a vision or a dream to bring dairy in that country. I joined Group TGI almost 20 years before, and we started building a dairy business out of West Africa from almost zero. And we built the brand, and the brand started becoming a household name in West Africa, mainly in Nigeria and surrounding. The business was brought from national stage to a huge brand known in whole Africa. And that's how the whole dairy business started flourishing in that country. The main vision also was coupled with that we should have local employment generation, local commitments, social commitments in the country. And as a group TGI, we have been very successful in creating that. From that learning, it has been expanded to rice farming, it has been expanded to cocoa farming, it has been expanded to oil manufacturing. So this dairy business brought in manufacturing DNA inside our organization, and then we kept on building on that business. Now, while doing that, as the business grew, it became very important that we have right partners to take it to the next step. While looking into that, there have been multiple multinationals around the world wanted to be a strategic partner with us. And one of them is a big multinational company out of the United States who joined our hand as a 50% strategic partner in that business. And then within 3 years, our board decided to give more stakes to the multinational company to grow it bigger than what I can do or we can do. And then we sold that business completely to the company. While we did that, it became important to know we have so many talented people inside the group. We have so much of knowledge inside the group. So why don't we explore this model to other continents? And that's how Nutridor was conceived. So Nutridor was born just 8 years before.
And what is your part in this company?
So in this, I'm a founder member of Nutridor, and I started this business 8 years before with the blessing of our chairman, Mr. C.G. Wenck. and started this business, produced our brand, marketed our brand in Southeast Asia first, and after Southeast Asia, being GCC as an area which we have never explored before as a group, we have never been active in this region. So in the board it was decided that okay, let's explore GCC, and we brought in our product here. We actively marketed the product here, and it became a huge response. And why I say it became a successful brand, because of single reason of the whole group's culture or the DNA what we have, you know, it's more of quality. And when I say quality, it's health and wellness. So if you see today our product in the market, our product talks about just not a product, but it talks about how our product can impact on the success of your health, my family's health. Mm-hmm. So with that brand message, we started marketing Abivia, Nutridor, and the brand of Abivia dairy products in UAE. We launched in Saudi Arabia, we launched in Oman, we launched in Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, all the GCC markets. Within 3 years, just 3 years before today, it's 2020, COVID came in, pandemic came in. We all got affected, and the food security subject was challenged. And as a country, as a part of this country, it became a subject to think over, that in future, how we protect our food security in this country, and as a corporate, as an organization, how we can contribute in this cause of food security of the country. In the board, we decided, okay, we will invest in this country, but as you know, before investment, there are multiple decisions have to be taken. Mm-hmm. Multiple things needs to be considered. So it was given to me that, okay, you explore UAE as our next home of investment. And that's how I started Nutridor in Nutridor Dairy Manufacturing Company 2 years before, and formed the company here.
So this kind of activity, when we talk, we can see the market, there is many brands. Now any tea shop, we can find your brand.
Yes.
How you can fastly let them trust you. And when we talk about milk or anything related to the milk, people always sensitive at this point.
Absolutely.
Because they scare.
Yes.
So always the old brand, always people choose. Why they choose you now? What's the difference between your product and the other in the market?
It's a very interesting question you asked. Many of us don't know that in this country, only 10% of dairy is produced. 90% of the dairy are imported in this country. Now, as a brand, and more to that, the point what you raised, dairy is very, very important. It goes in a mother's basket. Every weekend, that dairy has to be brought into the family, in my family, in your family, everywhere. So to create the trust, the brand approach what we took is that we will just not be another Me Too product in the market. So what we did, we formulated a product because of our, as I explained to you, we have been very big in dairy in our earlier organization. So we have a huge R&D experience. We went to the market, we went to the consumers here, and first understood the need gap. What is the need gap? Why they will buy us? What we understood as many, but most important, is health. Mothers are still very much concerned about how the dairy will be, how good will be. So we came up, formulated with a product which talks about low cholesterol. Cholesterol is a big subject in health today. It's important for you, important for me, important for our kids also to have healthy food. So we formulated a product which is having low cholesterol, We formulated the same product with high protein, and we added vitamins and calcium to our product. So then it became a product of wellness, healthy, and while we do that, it is tasty as well. With that product, we did qualitative tests in the market. Small groups, we wanted them to test our product. We wanted to take their comments and fine-tune our product. So it went to a lot of qualitative checks. After that, it went back to our R&D, and the product what you see today in the market is developed. So we have followed a process of starting from the consumer. It didn't start from us. We went to the consumer to ask what you need, what you feel, is needed today. From there, we made this product. It's not like, oh, this is my product, you go for it. I think that has an impact.
And for the cow farm, it's here or in India?
Okay, so as you have understood, we are a multinational company. Though India is world's largest milk producer, we still today bring our basic ingredient, which is milk, from New Zealand and from Europe, not from India yet. But the milk cannot be transported in liquid. So we use a technology which is called milk powder, which will be recombined here when it comes here to us. So we bring in as a milk powder, which will not be spoiled during transportation, but then we convert it to a milk here in our factory.
And organic milk?
Yeah.
All of it organic, right?
No, milk, milk is, I cannot say it's an organic milk. Milk is 100% cow milk.
So now we are starting here, and we know the challenge here, many factories around. So prove yourself is hard, to stay hardest. Same what he mentioned for us, His Highness Sheikh Mohammed. He say it's hard to be number one, but the hardest is to stay on the same level. How you can be always on the same level?
Right. So we as a group think one basic requirement of a successful brand is just not the product itself, but the service. How are you servicing your customers? As you have understood, if we are doing a business in this country, you cannot be close to the customer if you are bringing in products from outside of the country. So 90% products comes from outside of the dairy, comes outside of the country. It is produced 4 months before, it is shipped almost 2 months, then it comes to you, which is already 4 or 5 months old or 3 or 4 months old. But we produce here. Within 10 days, our goods reaches our customers. Fresh.
You cannot make a big advertise because we didn't see a big advertise, but everyone know your product because this is the strongest way for advertise yourself. It's word of mouth. When we talk about this part, we're talking about a huge people. They are trusting first. So from where the people start trusting you in UAE, Dubai, Abu Dhabi, Sharjah, from where start?
I should be very honest with you. We have not been very active on communication with the local UAE people yet. We have focused the way our communication strategy we built in last 2-3 years is we wanted to first know the brand, because without brand awareness, people will not even try the product. So we took two approach. We use television as our biggest media to advertise our products, and that television media was mainly focused to Asian communities. And the reason of that is also very clear. In this country, almost 60-70% are expatriates, and Asians, Indians, Pakistanis, Bangladeshis, Nepalis, Philippines. So they are a very big customer base. So we use this television media to reach them. We use radio to talk about our brand. We are very much active on local newspaper like Gulf News and Khalij Times. So this was our first approach of communication. Then the second approach was sampling, which is word of mouth. I give you a product, you test it, free sample, you test it, you talk to your friend, and that's how we sampled our product extensively in this market. And it became a word of mouth. The third approach what we took is social media, which is so powerful today. We are very active in Facebook, we are very active in Instagram. You will see our followers are more than 20-25,000. Very small.
Under which name?
Under Abivia.
Abivia.
Abivia Mina. We are active in TikTok. We are very active in YouTube. So we use social media. And the fourth pillar are influencers who are promoting or talking about our brand. Who are they? Doctors, celebrity Michelin chefs, regional actresses, international actresses or actors, and cricketers, international cricketers. Now we are planning for a new influencer program which is coming up. You will see that soon. That will be having more of Emiratis who are talking about the products, which we want to be going to them and showcase our products.
Let's talk about the factory family. How many employees do you have?
When we started this organization 2 years before, we only had 4 people, including myself. Today, there are in 49 or 48 people working under Nutridor, and there are another 30 to 40 people who are outsourced from other agencies. So presently, almost 80 people work in our factory. It's 24/6 days the factory runs. We are actively working towards Emiratization program of the government. There are at least 3 to 4 Emiratis who will be very soon joining us. We are also one of the few who are a part of Ishraq program of the government. So Ishraq program is Emiratization program by Nasif, as you know, and Nutridor is one of them who has signed a memorandum of understanding for this Ishraq program. We are also very much active in the country's leadership's goal of ICV, which is in-country value. On the ICV program, we are using more and more local resources. Local resources mainly for goods which are produced in UAE, used by us in UAE, made a product for UAE. So this is one of the programs which we are actively participating. So our employees presently, as I explained to you, there is almost total 80 to 100, and that's direct employment. These 100 people's family are a part of our family. So like Ashfaq, my marketing head, he is direct with us, but his family is our family also. So indirectly, maybe 200 to 300 people are part of Nutridor's family today.
So this is how you build the relation with your employees. Treat them as a family, right?
Yes.
Always in this life, we have people in our history that teach us, guide us, build something in our character. So who built your character, or who's the person who give you this power?
Wow. If I was allowed to talk, maybe there will be 3 to 4 people, but there is only one person who I can say is my father. My father and of course my mother. They are the God, and they are mentors, they are friends, they are everything. So I give this credit to my father and mother only.
You are only managing your product. Your product, we can find it only in the point of sale, or you have a product for the hotels, for catering company. You give them special products for.
Right. So as we said, we sell our product in B2C channels. You will see in Carrefour, if you go, you will see in all traditional trade. There are 3,400 outlets are served with our products. But with B2B, it is very important in UAE. Safe food is very important today. We work with Dubai municipality to develop in campaigns of safe food available everywhere. And we work with all the hotels, cafeterias, and tea shop channels. There are almost 1,200 cafeterias whom we are serving on a daily or weekly basis, and our product goes there. You might not be knowing, but a karak which is coming to you would definitely have Abivia inside that.
The future is important, so always we have a plan for our future to stay on the top. What the next step in this business?
The future is absolutely bright for the country, for the people. As far as a businessman, we are businessmen, but we think a business can only perform well if the social, economical, and the regional environment is good. If you see GCC as a region is growing. UAE is one of the fastest growing countries. If you go back 10 years before and now, you will see the growth in non-oil sector is enormous. And our excellencies are promoting or making policies which are extremely favorable for setting up business. That's one part, but just setting a business is nothing. You have to run it well. You have to take it to a cause which fulfills the country people's cause. And for seeing all these things, we believe personally, and as from organization point of view, the future is extremely bright. To prove that, I want to tell you, we invested 100 million dirham factory, you will see if you have time. We just brought another land adjacent to it, which is similar capacity. So we are going to expand in that by next 12 months time to create another factory. So that's the opportunity. And this opportunity is going to stay here. We want to make UAE self-sufficient on dairy. That's our commitment. We want our people in this country to have a locally produced fresh product delivered to them on a daily basis. We want to create employment here. We want to make the talents to a level on international level. We want to train people. So this is enormous opportunity.
So when we talk always about the businesses, we are talking about the person who built the business. So always saying behind the businessman there is a woman, right?
Yeah.
How is she supporting this man?
It's, again, my wife, if she was not there, it was not possible. I have given everything to the business to come to this stage. And she has equally given all the time to the family to grow up. My all love and everything to her. She has been fabulous and she is a part of this success from behind.
UAE is a target for many people finishing their education or investor coming from other countries. They are need a right advice from the right person. So what you will advise them before they come?
I will tell you a short story. Gulf food happens here every year. We are participating in Gulf food for last 8 years every year. 5 years before, I was in a seminar which happened during Gulf food, and I was sitting behind, and I was hearing all the leaders talking about how they are taking UAE forward, what is their vision, how they want to take the business environment forward. To be very honest, I was not very sure whether all these things can happen within short time. From that seminar, I attended another seminar 3 years before, after that, and I see now it's not only one instance, there are multiple instances of investment-friendly environment has progressed. I went back to my advisors. I said, gentlemen, this is the fiscal policy of the government. This is how they are taking environmental issues forward. They are taking social issues. These are not taught in business schools. So, is it going to be working? You know the answer what came back? Says Sankha, this country, 10 years from now, will be where United States was 10 years before. This is the progression happening on business, on social, and more to that, it has become, they have the leaders of this country, and really they are extremely great leaders. They have made a house, a home for us. So when now you ask me that how you see the future, I see there are many more homes are going to be created here. So while I say that story behind, the advice to the people who are thinking to invest or to coming forward in business, there is one thing you should keep in mind, anyone who is going to hear me on that. First is, you are in a country which is so tolerant. Tolerance is so the key of this country. The financial strength of this country, the people's strength of this country, every day it is increasing, more and more people coming here. So my advice is, come invest here. The government entities are not government entities. They are more than a corporate entities. That's how my experience with it. I go with the issue that I need to buy this land, where can I buy? Okay, you have this. Okay, fine, that's good, but how I can take this forward? 24 hours, done. But I made my product, how I will ship? No issue. Call DP World, makes your solution. So there is seamless, it's seamless. So my advice, come be a part of this home.
Finally, that UAE give us something we cannot find it over the world. The reason that you mentioned before the interview, that's why you take the decision to be in UAE, the peace and safe country, which start from His Highness Sheikh Zayed, the first step, and son of Zayed, they make it number one in the world. What you will say for the leaders and government for all these opportunities?
So, respected leaders of this country, excellencies, we are really blessed that you have brought a vision to make this country the greatest country. And I'm sure with all of your guidance, the people around in the government, public and private sectors, we all putting hand together, we are going to achieve your vision. There is no other way to thank you from bottom of heart of everyone, from business perspective and social and personal perspective. You all are the greatest leaders, which we all will be proud. The generation after us will be proud as well. Thank you so very much.
And from our side, Mr. Sankha, we will say to you, thank you so much. Again, welcome in our room.
Thank you so very much for coming, and really appreciate it. God bless you, everyone.
في كل إمارة تروح تسندك عقل وروح بر ومدن وجبال حاجة ترد الروح.
Sayyid Ishfaq, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Sayyid Ishfaq, where we can find your products over UAE?
So, Nutridor, Abivia, the flagship brand of Nutridor, is now available across supermarkets, hypermarkets, and department stores. You can find it in Carrefour, you can find it in Nesto, and all the other platforms. You can also find Abivia in Noon and Amazon, the e-commerce platforms. And yes, that's about it. That's the reach. Also, we have a different B2B reach to the cafeterias. So all the cafeterias, like we've entered almost 40-50% of the cafeterias in the UAE. So if you go to any cafeteria, for all reasons, you might find an Abivia product.
And you have many type of products, yeah, not only full fat and low fat, you have also something for sweets. What kind of product?
So as Mr. Sankha rightly said that we are a new entrant in this region, so we came up with two products. One is Abivia evaporated milk, and the other is the sweetened condensed milk. The evaporated milk, as our formulation and the R&D which he extensively spoke about, we have a 30 plus years of product R&D. Basis that we introduced the evaporated milk, which is low in cholesterol and has no added sugar. And even the condensed milk, if you compare the sugar that you will use to bake a cake and vis-a-vis condensed milk, it will be much less. So the products that are there are just two with 3 SKUs, 170 gram evaporated milk and 410 gram evaporated milk and 390 grams of sweetened condensed milk.
And
And we are also soon to introduce Abivia cream, which is going to be introduced in a couple of months, which comes in 155 grams and 170 grams. So our website is www.nutridor.com. You can find the complete international portfolio of Nutridor, not just the products that are there in UAE or the GCC. You can interact with us, engage with us across our social media platforms. We are available almost everywhere: YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. These platforms, and with just one handle, Abivia Meena, @Abivia ABEVIA MENA, Abivia Meena. That's one standard social media handle for across the region.
في كل إمارة تروح تسندك عقل وروح، بر ومدن وجبال حاجة ترد الروح.